On episode 4 of Survivor, Jeff tells everyone to drop their buffs, and we get a little tribe rebrand, leading Lulu, the new Lulu, to finally win an immunity challenge, sending Reba to tribal council where someone was the 4th person voted off of Survivor 45. Hey y'all, it's Nay. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Survivor 45, episode 4, so if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. So as I mentioned in the opener, we have a new mix of tribes. Before the swap, everybody was so shocked that Sabiyah was not there anymore. Literally everybody was like, oh, Sabiyah was the one that got voted out? Sabiyah was the one who got blindsided in a very significant way. So Kaleb is the only one that ends up staying on new Lulu, which is really funny because he was just saying before the swap happened that he finally felt like his investment with Emily had paid off because he was kind of really the only one who gave her a chance when everybody wanted to vote her out. And now they were at the top of the Lulu Tribe. That ended up not mattering because original Lulu Tribe is no more. Bruce ends up getting added to Lulu Tribe, and he's really emotional when he first gets to his new camp because it turns out that that was his original camp when he was on the show last season. And he's saying that he can see the spot that, you know, he passed out and they had to call medical and he got sent home. So he's really kind of feeling emotional, and I'm happy that he had that moment to kind of like, okay, last time I was here, some crazy shit went down, and now he's kind of reflecting and he can maybe heal from it a little better since he had to leave so abruptly last time. Oh, Katurah. Man, I almost wish that for Bruce's sake, they didn't both get added to the same tribe because she is gunning for him. She wanted him to be lying so bad about the first kind of reward that he got to go on and if he was lying about what happened and when he got back. Like, she really wanted him to be a liar, and he picked up on that, so he's like, okay, we're done now. Like, I don't trust you at all. So I see them two bumping heads. It's about to get real with them. One of the two is going home because they're against each other, and whoever's going to pick sides in the tribe is going to pick sides. But I feel like one of those two, when they finally do make it to tribal council, is going to probably go home first. And it's probably really going to come down to whoever plays the game the best. Now, Jake might finally actually be in the game because he's building a really good bond with Kaleb. And I feel like he's going to actually start to show up more because now he actually has to play the game. Reba Tribe. So Sifu, Dee, and Julie are the first people, I believe, of this season to go through someone's bag. Now, Sean is the GOAT, and he's really smart because he has his bag both tied and packed in such a way that if somebody goes through his shit, he's definitely gonna know. And I like that he thought strategically about that because a lot of people just throw their bag and you can go through it and just throw the stuff back in. But he was like, no, this is tied very intricately, and if y'all go through this, y'all gonna have to let me know. In fact, y'all won't need to let me know because I'm gonna know. Sifu was the one who was supposed to go home, but we know Sean ended up quitting. Why is this the second quitter of the season? What the hell is going on? I'm tired of people coming on this show and quitting. If you're gonna come on Survivor, stay on Survivor. Yeah, you were on day 9 and this was your 9th tribal council, but you were finally on a team that maybe could have won. You should have stuck it out a little bit, Sean, but I digress. I feel like they weren't playing that blind side with Sifu out the right way. Everybody knows that if you're going to tribal council and no one is talking to you before tribal council, chances are you're the one that's going home. So I feel like they didn't really play that blind side that well, but I don't know. Maybe Sean already knew he was quitting, so he really didn't care. I really do find it interesting that Sean decided to quit because when he was still on Lulu Tribe and they had just came back from tribal council and Sabiyah got blindsided, he was kissing ass and he was like, I love that you guys did that. Like, I'm here. We're Lulu strong. I'm here to stay with y'all. And he was really making sure that he wasn't going to be on the bottom and trying to like play up the blind side. Like, ooh, that was really good. So seeing him go to Reba and then go to tribal council for a 9th time and then just decide to quit was kind of like, okay, so then why were you kissing ass when you were still on Lulu Tribe? And why were you trying to be buddy with Jay? Maybe that 9th tribal council was just the straw that broke the camel's back, but I really do hate that another person quit. Like, we should have 2 allowances for quitters per season, and that means that season 45 has hit its allowance. Nobody else is allowed to quit this game. I don't want anybody else quitting this game unless they are on day 24 and they pass out. Like, and then that's not even a quit. That's like medical telling you gotta go. There was a part of me when he was at tribal council and he started pulling out the Mormon card and the gay card and the I miss my husband card. I was like, oh, he really trying to stay. Like, he want to make them think that he is, you know, emotional and he's crying. But no, he really meant that he wanted to leave. And that's crazy because I didn't expect that. So Emily ends up on the new Belo Tribe. And this is really to her advantage. She is going in and she's really playing up kind and sweet Emily. And we all know that that's not how she started off when she was on Lulu. She started off really aggressive and playing the game super hard. Nobody on Belo really knows that, so if she is presenting herself as super sweet Emily, then that's how they're going to see her, and she really does have a chance at taking this far. On my last video, I believe, someone pointed out that oftentimes, like for the past 3 or 4 seasons at least, so new era Survivor, at the beginning challenge, when everyone is standing around, they let a few people talk, and almost always one of those people that they let talk before that first challenge is someone who's going to win the game. And this season, the people who spoke were Brandon, and we know he left already, Bruce, still there, and Emily. So if it still stands that that's how they're playing it, that one of the people who gets to talk before that very first challenge, one of them is the winner, then that means that Bruce or Emily is going to be the winner. I don't know, but I said last week that I think Emily could take this really far, and I also see Bruce taking this really far because everybody loves Bruce. Emily really is in the best position of any of the Lulu members at this point because she is going to end up being a swing vote. There are 2 people from former Belo and 2 people from former Reba, and they're going to be competing to try to get her attention basically so that she can vote with them. And whoever she does decide to pick is going to be a major decision because it might end up taking her very far in the game if she works those relationships very strategically. And I think she's a strategic player, so I don't see her having a problem with that. The people who do really approach her first are Drew and Austin, and we know they have, what do they have, idols and hidden immunity. They have all kind of stuff. They sitting on a gold mine of stuff, of ways that they could play the game. And I think Emily likes that they're playing the game kind of hard because that's her true form. Like in her true form, she's a hard game player. So I think she is going to end up sticking with them well into a merge if she makes it that far. I was very happy to see that everybody had to drop their buffs this episode because, let's face it, Lulu didn't have no damn people left anyway, and we had to do a tribe swap because Lulu literally was not going to be able to compete. In the immunity challenge this episode, they would have had to carry all this stuff, and 3 people were simply not going to be able to do it. So basically, Lulu Tribe, because they sucked so much at the challenges, they kind of forced a tribe swap earlier in the game, like 4 episodes in, which is way before it probably would have happened otherwise. I am really excited for episode 5 next week because Sifu needs to know who the hell wrote his name down at Tribal Council, and personally I want to know who wrote Dee's name down. I feel like it might have been Sean who wrote Dee's name down because he knew that she wasn't going home anyway, but Sifu is out for blood because he specifically asked, and I don't know in any season that I've ever seen, I have seen someone specifically ask the person who went home, hey, was it you who wrote my name down? Sean said, no, that wasn't me. So now he has a bone to pick with the girlies who are left. So I can't wait to see how that plays out. I'll be here each week to discuss each new episode. If you want to keep in touch outside of this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on this island next week. Subscribe. I'm testing out this new thing where I record audio with my mic, my super cool, colorful mic that you guys never get to see. Yeah, it's so cute. Well, I'm testing audio with this because it filters out more background noise than my camera, so we'll see how that works this round. And it's 9:15 and I'm about to edit this video. Bye. Bruce and my glasses are dirty. What do they call it? The tour. And it's not a tour. Everybody knows that if I like that he stopped. I really do find they have is someone. I am seeing clouds. That's a tragedy.
Met her at Coachella. I went to see Chica. She with the CC trip. Perfect. I took a seat on the ice cold dawn. She handed me an ice blue bong. Whatever.